Good morning. As always, I hope sound is on this video. I don't know if you can even see my screen, all the steps I have to go through to turn that sound on, so hopefully it will stay on. Today we're talking about developing multiplication fluency. And fluency, you'll see in the Pear Deck slideshow today, it talks about fluency and the ability to be able to recall numbers without really having to put a lot of thought into it. So that's basically memorizing those multiplication facts. You have reading fluency. When you came to kindergarten, you probably were fluent in your alphabet. You were able to just recall those letters and sing your ABCs. Well, our goal is to do the same thing with our multiplication facts 1 through 9. So our I can statement, and if you are in the classroom or in live, I'm going to be asking you what the I can statement is, why we read this every day. You've heard me say it probably many times. The I can statement is what you should know by the end of the lesson. So our I can statement today is I can set up and solve multi-step problems with at least 2 steps. Now, this is, that's kind of a big I can statement because in 5th grade, we work toward that all year long. So we're going to see that I can statement several times. Picking apart a word problem and deciding what operation and in what order that we have to do it is very, very challenging, but it is just as important as computation. So just as important as being able to solve the problem here in 5th grade, it's just as important to be able to know what operation it's asking you to perform. So let's start with the step it out. If you were here last week, you heard we were calling that the baby steps through the problem. So step it out, number 1 says, Fun Park Amusement rents food carts, game booths, equipment, and rides for parties, fundraisers, and county fairs. The rental prices are shown in the table. So the attraction is listed in the top of the table. So food cart, game booth, equipment, and ride. And the rental fee meaning the amount that they're going to charge. So it's $59 for the food cart, $79 to rent the game booth, $99 to rent the equipment, and $149 to rent the rides. In May, 36 game booths and 14 rides were rented from the Fun Park. How much did Fun Park earn from the game booth and ride rentals in May? So we need to know, it says, what do you need to find? Well, we're going to have to find, you see my important numbers here. There's 36 game booths were rented and 14 rides were rented from the Fun Park. So when it asks how much or what do we need to find, we're looking for the total cost. How much did Fun Park earn? So I'm looking for the total cost of, 36 game booths and 14 rides. So that is always most important, is to know what is the problem asking me to do. Next, it gives us the operation because it says write a multiplication equation to model each cost. So we were talking about equations versus expressions. Expressions will not ask you or will not have the equal sign or equivalent to sign because it's just asking you what would this look like. But an equation is asking you to solve. So an equation will have the equal sign in it. So let's see, one equation that we could possibly write, 36. A game booth is $79. So 36 times 79 will give us, not sure yet, haven't solved it. So then it's saying we'll model each cost. So that just gave me game booths. Now I need the ride. So to figure out how much the ride is going to cost or earn would be 14 rides times $149. Leave my equal sign because it's an equation. Now it says find the cost and show your work. So let's do one as a standard algorithm, and we'll do one as lattice multiplication. I am today during my planning going to post a refresher video about lattice. Remember, lattice is not in your standards. It is not required that you know how to do lattice multiplication. Lattice multiplication is just a strategy that many fifth graders are successful at if they are still having a little bit of trouble doing standard algorithm, which is required at the end of the year. Many students become fluent in lattice multiplication and can still solve the problems while working toward becoming fluent in standard algorithm. All right, so here we're going to start in the ones place. So we're going to multiply 9 times 7 is 63. I'm going to drop my 3 off and regroup my 6 tens. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 6 more is, thinking and doing this, 27 plus 6 more is 33. Guys, I wrote this, and I'm working in pen too in math. I wrote 37 times 79. Ay, this is why you do not do pen in math. Let's go back and do that again really quickly. 36, see how easy it is to make a mistake? 36 game booths times $79. You were probably thinking in your head, Miss Williams, that's not the right number. All right, 6 times 9 is 54, so drop the ones off, regroup your 5 tens. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 5 more. Sorry, I'm looking at this problem in the book. Which is not what they have. All right, so 7 times 6 is 42. 7, I'm sorry. I need to edit this whole part out because I am finding so many mistakes in this Into Math book. It is insane. All right, I'm going to see if I can edit this out and start this over and just think myself through this problem. All right, so 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4 more is 25. I'm going to add this up. I should probably recheck it because my mind was over there instead of over here. So let's actually recheck this with lattice. And I'm just focused here, which I should have been in the first place. All right, so I'm going to break these boxes diagonally. We've got 36 times 79. I'm going to start up here in the right-hand corner with 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 9 is 54. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 9 is 27. Now I can add my boxes diagonally, my rows here. So I'm going to get rid of these factors. Go here. We've got 4. 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 7 more is 14. Regroup my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 more is 6, plus 2 more is 8. And then I'm just going to bring my 2 over here. So we've got 2,844. It does check out. So now I'm going to go over here. Let's do standard algorithm and lattice, just like we just did. We'll check it. So we have 149 times 14. Starting in the ones place, 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 more is 19. Regroup my 1. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So we're done with the ones place. I'm going to put a 0 as my placeholder for ones and move over to the tens. 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. Now I'm going to add up my partial products here. We've got 6, 18, 6, 10, regroup. So $2,086. And let's check that with, excuse me, lattice quickly. So we had a 3-digit by 2-digit. So I'm going to break this columns up into 3. And by 2-digit, so I need 2 rows. And now I'm going to cut these diagonally. That box is already cut. All right. So 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. And we're done with 9. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Done with our 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. So now we're going to add up those diagonal rows. We've got the value of 6. Let me get rid of all of our factors here. So we've got the value of 6. Then we've got the value of, I know 6 times 3 is 9, plus 9 more is 18. Regroup that 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 6 and 10. Regroup my 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So yep, checks out. 2,086 checks out with 2,086. So it says, how much did Fun Park earn from the game booth and ride rentals in May? Explain how you found the answer. So I know that Fun Park earned $2,844 from game booth. And $2,086 from the rides. So it says, how much did they earn game booth and rides? So I'm going to say 4 plus 6 is 10, regroup, 13, regroup, 9, 4. So $4,930. And I know that because, so that's combined. And I know that because I added my products together. I added the booth plus the rental, or plus the games. The rides. I added the games and the rides. Okay, so that was really messy thoughts, messy writing, all of that. That's what I get for trying to use a teacher book in a book that's just not ready for us to be using yet. All right, let's quickly go through number 2. Number 2 says new floor tiles are being installed in a restaurant at an amusement park. There are 254 tiles needed to cover the floor. What is the area of the floor? We haven't talked about that word yet, but hopefully you remember it from 3rd grade and 4th grade. How can you use measurement of the floor tile to find the area of the restaurant floor? Well, I need to have pre-existing knowledge. So I already need to know that area tells me area equals the length times the width. So that's nothing that we're going to learn or relearn in 5th grade. We need to come in knowing that. So there's your refresher. Area is the length times the width. So how can I use the measurements to find the area? Well, I can multiply $18 times 24. So if there's 200, so that's just that's just finding the area. How can you use the measurements of a floor to find the measurements? So if there are 254 tiles needed to cover the floor, then I can find this product and multiply this product by 254. So first, let's find the area that needs the tile. So we could say 24 times 18 to get that area. 24 times 18, I'm gonna do it kind of quickly. 8 times 4 in the ones place is 32. 16, 19, placeholder, 4, 2. So we get a product of 432. So now it says, what is the area of the restaurant floor? So now I can say 432 times 254. So I'm going to do this one lattice. It's not a very even box, so we need 3 by 3. So we have 432 times 254. I'm going to break these boxes up diagonally. Also, let me know, we are going to do some area model work, especially next week with division. If you prefer area model for multiplication, let me know, inbox me, or put it on your pair deck, because we can throw in some area model as well if that's the strategy that you prefer. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Remember, what 10s go on the top, 1s go on the bottom. 2 times 4 is 8. So 0 ones, or 0 10s, 8 ones. Now we're done with the 2. Let's do 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And now we're done with the 3. Okay, last one. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. So now we're done with all of our factors. We want to get rid of those just so that we don't add them up in our rows. Now we're going to add the value of our diagonal rows. So this first row has the value of 8. The second row has the value of just 2. The third row, we have way more numbers to add. We've got 5 plus 1 is 5, plus 5 more is 10, 11, 17. Regroup that 1. We've got 1 plus 6 is 7, 8, 9. And this row is 8 plus 2 is 10. Regroup that 1, so we've got a number here. So remember, we write our product from top left to bottom right. So we have 1, 0, 9, 7, 2, 8. So what is the area of the restaurant floor? It is 109,728. And when we're dealing with area, area is in squared inches. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about capacity and volume. Volume would be cubed. Area is squared. So when we're dealing with area, it is squared inches. Okay, so that was a long lesson on a review of multi-digit multiplication. I'm going to make sure that we get more practice, because I know that we struggle with these word problems, especially with multiplication and division. So for today, I want you to finish the check your understanding on your own, and maybe even a little bit of on your own in your book, especially if you have your book at home. A little extra practice is going to be very helpful when you start this assignment today. I'm going to be checking in with you today to check on the pace. I know that a lesson a day has been a lot for some people to keep up with, but maybe doesn't feel like a lot for some other people. So I'm going to be checking in with you today. Please check your email and respond to me to let me know. Pace means how fast we're moving through things. Let me know about the pace. But if you were just home last week and didn't do your assignments, then you can't tell me that it's moving too fast. So, but if you are especially 100% remote, or you were in the classroom last week and you're home this week and you started those assignments, please let me know if we're going too fast or if it's okay to keep up with. All right, guys, have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.